launch, 12:34.
Why is it not working? What's up, guys and gals? We're getting ready to get. Here we go. Big Gibbs, come here, bub. Hold that his book for me. What's up, Paul? What's up, Jalen? What's up, guys? Thank you, Mike.
The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. Time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid wanted to make honey rats. See no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should have held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. Somehow you're running to a bigger businesses. Walk away from it all, and I'll be good. But I've been called to help people just like y'all.
What's up, Jason? What's up, Darryl? What's up, TK? What's up, Les? What's up, Mike? Mike and Steve and Christopher. What's up, guys? I'm excited to share this with you. You guys are doing me a huge favor. Share the video. Just started in about 36 seconds. What's up, Christian? Christian, thank you for the message. What's up, guys?
The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. Time to get over to the DM project.
What's up, Rob? What's up, Dylan? What's up, guys? It's going down. Babe, you want to come in real quick? Mark, you ready for some champagne? Hey, guys, thank you very much. 12:37 p.m. The book is live. Make sure to get over to Amazon, Magician vs. Mule. Beacon will post up the direct link. What's up, Rob? Just bought 3. Thank you very much. Guys, I'm going to be giving away over $100,000 of goodies over the next 14 days to everyone that actually purchases a book. You're going to be put into a raffle, if you will, kind of like a whole system. I'll share that here via email. Once you get over to magicianversusmule.com and put your email in there. And if you've already done that, you can go directly to Amazon. Beacon, if you have the direct link of Amazon with Magician vs. Mule, please post it up here. But guys and gals, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm hanging out with my wife, Dina, the one and only. She just got back with the balloons for me. We got the Magician vs. Mule back here. We got the Rose, the Vouv Rose. I'll have some. I haven't had this for a very long time. What's up, Kelly? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you guys for the support. As you guys know, 100% of the net proceeds go to charity of all my books, not just this. What's up, Josh? Thank you very much. What we're going to be doing is we're going to just kind of answer some questions and let you know that everyone that purchases a book over the next 14 days, I'm going to do a live 2-hour event with you, explaining to you the transition from Mule to Magician. And I'm going to go through each chapter with you and explain the journey component of how it all came about. This is super exciting. And I just wanted to really, I don't want to just give you something. I want to provide amazing value to you guys and just show you what you're capable of, because the biggest fear of mine is that you're living below your capabilities. You know, where we're at isn't going to get us to where we want to go. We want to grow. We want to develop. And I want to be here on the journey with you guys. I truly believe not only with what's going on in today's world with the COVID-19 and the coronavirus, scamdemic. Just bought 2. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate it, guys. I want you to know is like, here's kind of my thought process when I do things like this is I don't write the book for the moment. I write it for the future. And I'm just sharing my thoughts and my ideas. And my buddy Mike Fallett helped me write this book. I spent a lot of time with him. This has taken months, mostly my fault, not his fault. Definitely not his fault, definitely my fault. And because I wanted to make sure it was good. I wanted to make sure it made sense. I wanted to make sure I could have a clear message to you to share with you how to, exercise that muscle of Mule to become that magician. And like I said, I'm going to spend 2 hours with everyone that gets a book over the next 14 days. You'll have to send me an email. I'll be sharing that with you guys via email over on magicianversemule.com of how to do that and go about that and get the registration links and all that. But if you guys have questions, I would love for you guys to ask high-level questions or any question for that matter. Order my copy. Thank you, Domenico. Hey, Mom. But Magician vs. Mule, I'm going to pop a bottle. I'm sure. Let's see something here. Give me a second. My mother's here, so I got to be on the best behavior. She's watching. They're always watching. Amazon. While I'm doing this, think of some questions. If you have a question, what question do you have? My phone is not working in here. Too much energy. Yeah, can you? And then type in Magician vs. Mule. Click on the link. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So, questions, comments. I'm going to pour. D, you're going to take a sip of it with me? Oh, shit. We're going to fall off the wagon early today. Dria's birthday. She's going to be for 1-year-old birthday party, she's going to be taking care of Mom and Dad. That's how we roll over here. Yes, you are, Mother. Always. All right, cool.
Can I do it?
You want to help Daddy?
Dump it?
You want to help dump it?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. But we got to be very careful, though. This is going to pop. It could pop your eyeball out.
No.
Oh, absolutely.
No.
So, guys, I want to open this and celebrate with you guys. I wish you guys were here. Unfortunately, we can't do our June event because of what's going on, but usually every year I do a big June event, birthday deal-a-thon. It's awesome. It's over the top this year. We had very powerful. Yep, stand by. Okay, one second. When it registers here. So, ready? Put your hand on top of Daddy's hand. Ready? Whoa! Let me dump a little bit of that out. Look at that. Nice and cold. You want to help Daddy? Pour that. Okay. It's all glass. Be careful. Nice job, man.
Why is it going down?
It's bubbly, huh? So, this would be a celebration, I guess. For you guys, I want to, let me see something here. Somewhere around here. It's not pulling up. Okay. Either way. Here, babe.
All
Thank
right.
you, Steve. Thank you, Rob. She's the hand model.
Salute.
Thank you, guys.
Woo.
You want to give me a couple ice cubes, bud?
Why?
Come on. Oh, thank you, buddy. So again, questions. You guys have any questions? Again, you guys have been here on the journey of the launch here for the Magician vs. Mule. My agenda is simply to help you. No more, no less. I'm excited to share with you what's inside of this book. Like I said, it's something. It's going to be a never-ending journey to build this muscle of magician. You're going to have challenges. The question is, how do you deal with them? You're going to have opportunities. Sometimes opportunities are obstacles in disguise. You don't know that yet, but you will as you journey through it. And I think the biggest thing is realize is at the end of the day, this is all a journey of life. What's up, Mike? Thank you very much for ordering the books, guys. So Magician vs. Mule, it is live. It's happening. Baby DM's got me some ice. Here, thank you. I like my stuff nice and cold. It gets foamy, huh, bud? Uh-oh. Thank you, CA. Thank you, guys. You guys mean a lot to me. I'm excited. Just, babe, watch your drink, please. I'd love to answer some questions. I want to have this as interactive as possible, because if not, I'm just going to be blabbering over here. Right before this, I'll tell you what I was doing before this. So, again, it's called being an entrepreneur. We had a deal close, $120,000 coming in. The Nimwits, my assistant tech, calls me. She's like, "You're not going to believe what happened." I said, "Try me." I believe anything. And they sent a check. Guys, I haven't got a check since 2005. There's no need to do checks. It's 2020. You send a wire. It's real simple. What's up, Brandon? Thank you very much, buddy. Congratulations. Thank you. So I was like, "Can you get them to send a wire?" She got on the phone and she made it happen. Back in the day, why this is going on, I'm sitting out in the garage smoking a cigar, getting ready to shoot a video to my DM family, the mastermind group that I run. It's $35,000 a year with 33 guys in it. And I was just sharing with them about the strategy behind what I'm doing here, because this is a strategy to give. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm on a book launch. If you're trying to follow me and mimic me, don't do it because you're going to fail. Because I'm failing. I'm probably at a 3. I'm not emailing you enough. I'm not putting content in front of you enough. I'm doing videos. I'm just doing sheer mule work, and I'm okay with it. You see, a lot of times people are just trying to get it right before they get it going. And as my boy Mike always said, you don't have to get it right, just get it going. And I know where I flutter. If I'm trying to do 80 things to get one thing done, I do nothing. I shut down. I become complacent. I don't work. Like, it's just not how my brain works. I don't want to give away too much of the book, but what is the biggest challenge you see making the mindset change from mule to magician? Mike, it's not, I can give it all away and it still is a process, but the biggest challenge is this. The biggest challenge is going to be accepting that it could be that easy. It's just acceptance. It's acceptance. Just accepting, like, hey, I'm better than this. I don't need to be a mule. And not only that, when you do this, when you make that change and you make that shift, there's going to be people that you care about mostly in your life, people that are probably the closest to you, I should say, that it's going to affect the relationship. Not in a negative way, just in a different way, because you're going to develop and change. You're going to conversate about different stuff. You're going to be plotting and thinking in the future, not talking about the past and everything that didn't happen, but you're focused on what is happening. Come on. My son's, he's going crazy in here. Kendrick, what made you decide you were not a mule anymore? Well, I'm still a mule. I don't think we can take the mule out of us. The question is awareness. Knowing that you're a mule, and what are you going to do about it? I want to be a magician. Here's the thing is, I talked about this earlier this morning. I discovered, I didn't call it a mule back then, but in school, I was not a school person. I never was, never claimed to be. It was not my thing. And I remember very clearly at a very young age to be sitting in class at noon, looking at the clock, waiting till 3 o'clock to get out of class so I can actually go do something productive in my life. If it's play a video game, if it's make money, if it's write something or read something, whatever, play a game, whatever I was doing back then. I just knew I didn't want to be in school. But something just never set well with me by sitting there watching the clock go down, and I couldn't do anything but sit in there and just wait. It's a waiting game. Well, guys, life doesn't wait on you. You have to take charge. You have to lead by example. And I got in trouble a lot, by being this person. Not only that, I was an entrepreneur before it was even a cool thing. People would say stuff like, Mark, if you worked as hard as you did trying to get out of work, could you imagine how much you'd get done if you actually did the work? But I'd think about it and I'm like, wait, but I'm making more money. I'm helping more people. And I'm not necessarily doing the actions. I'm actually creating the environment so it could be duplicated, replicated, and grow. So you're going to struggle with that. I know I do. I still do. Because I'm involved in many, 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 many businesses. I either own a piece of them or I'm partners in them somehow through sweat equity or joint venture or something of that sort, or I own it I own it fully myself. And I have a lot of people I'm working with. So, and I'm not saying I'm the best at any of this. I'm constantly learning and trying to figure out how to become better at this. So for me, it's like understanding we're all mules. That's how we've been built. And now the question is how can I start looking at this as a magician type environment? How can I look from the top down instead of from the down up in the weeds? It's very easy to get caught up in the weeds, but I see most people don't even know their mules. They don't even realize it. And this is interesting. So today, where I was going with this prior to being here at 12:34 today, I did a video to my DM family, letting them know I'm at a 3 out of a 10. If you're looking at, like, if you're basing me off of successful performances of implementing a launch sequence to sell the book, I should be better at it. I'm not. This is my 12th book I've launched. This is my 12th bestseller. So and I still don't have it right, but it doesn't stop me. And I want to rest assured, like, it shouldn't stop you either. Just stay focused, but don't copy me, because I'm not good at it. So I don't sell courses teaching people how to launch a book. But I can tell you this. When I come out with a book, I can make an impact in people's lives because I know the book is genuinely real because I wrote it. It's my thoughts in a book, and I know I'm sharing my journey. It doesn't have to, you don't have to like it or not like it. I'm just sharing my journey. If it resonates with you, awesome. If it doesn't, well, I don't know what to say. I know it works because it worked for me. It might not work for you if it doesn't resonate. Clearly, it's got a trigger. So for me, as I've done this journey, it's just like, I just want to share the book, and I want to be in front of people, and I want them to get it in their hands. I want them to read it. I want them to understand it. More importantly, I want you to implement it. I want you to be able to have the life that you've thought that you've always wanted, and then realize that maybe it's not what you want, and maybe it is. But Dina doesn't know me from any different. I've been hanging out with her since 2005. And we've been lucky and fortunate enough to be able to travel the world for years at a time. We've been lucky enough to, do everything first class style and live where we want and do what we want and buy what we want. But there was a point in my life where I had to think about, okay, I have $2.70 and I got to get from point A to point B. Do I put all $2.70 in it? Roll down the window, shut off the AC so I can preserve the gas so I don't get, break down because I have no gas money. And by the way, when I was doing that, I had the windows down and I was smiling because I had probably a Tony Robbins, this is a tape deck or CD time in the car, listening to CDs in there. And, it was my mobile university. See, the moment where you're at today, it's not where you want to be. Don't get depressed. Actually get excited because this is only a blip in time. But what happens, mules see it that you're a victim. Mules are victims. They have no control. They don't like, oh, well, I can take responsibility for everything. I talked about that earlier today too. Like if I went out and got in a wreck today and got hit by a drunk driver, if you will, heavens forbid, it's my fault. It's my fault. I know it's crazy, right? But when you accept responsibilities for everything, good and bad, you realize I could have left earlier. I could have left later. I could not have left at all. It's my fault. So it's just the way it works. And when you accept that and you understand that and really believe it, which I do, life becomes a lot easier. So, and more enjoyable. So guys, get the book, Beacon, Magician vs. Mule is the website. Once you get the book and get over to the website and put your email in there, I'll be emailing you guys how I'm giving away over $100,000 in gifts and prizes. I'll be doing some one-on-ones. I'll be doing a half day to someone. That would be the grand prize. Not only that, I'll be doing a live 2-hour from Mule to Magician transformation process where you can do Q&A. And I'm going to take you through the journey of the book. But I want to just let you know, like, I'm here for you. Today's my daughter's birthday. I'm excited for that. I get to hang out with my wife, baby DM, and we're hanging out here in the office, and we're, drinking rosé at 12:30 in the afternoon, which is not normal for me. I usually drink by 8 a.m., but whatever. I'm just joking. But we have opportunities galore. And right now you may think you do or don't. But right now there is so much opportunity to grow. And that's why I didn't want to wait to put the book out. I was going to wait, but I decided to come out with it hot because we need magicians. We need more magicians than ever. I was talking with a team member today via text, and they said, I was like, hey, how's things going over? It's been really quiet. This person's been working with me for about 13 years, 13 years, long time. And they said, and again, they may be working an hour a day, maybe. And but here's what's interesting. So I said, hey, what's going on? It's quiet over there. I just touch a base to see how they're doing. And they're like, oh, no, trust me, I'm not sitting on my hands. I'm over here working. Well, what are you working on? That's what I'm thinking. I don't say that. because again, what we do as mules is we try to figure, like, it's not a matter of working hard. I don't care if you work an hour or 100 hours, just get the job done. But if there's work to be done, which there always is, there needs to be a proactive stance. There needs to be a leadership, proactive ownership piece in that. And I hope you guys understand that. Like, I'm very, like Dina and I, when we're talking, like, I talk very passionately all the time. It could be consumed as like, you're yelling at me. I'm not. I'm just excited. I'm an excited person. I'm excited to talk about learning and sharing and growing and pushing and prodding and trying to get to that next level, whatever that next level is for you. But thank you, Constantine. Mark, been wanting to write this. Been waiting for this book. Can't wait to get my copy. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Questions, Beacon. It's quiet over there. I'd love to answer some Q&A, guys. I don't want to chat here. It's about 12:55. Darryl Brooks is in the house. What's up, my man?
How's it going?
Great, buddy. How are you?
Good.
What do you got?
Just want to say congratulations, man. I know how much work and effort went into this, and it's been just a great time. You know, I met you a couple times for different events, and looking forward to this book and just seeing this whole mindset shift. And you know, big things planning here this year. You know, we're world domination, as my partner Kevin Hackbart likes to say. So that's what we're looking for. So just wanted to jump on real quick and say congratulations. I know a lot of work went into it. So
yeah, thank you, Darryl.
Appreciate all the information.
No, for sure, man. Thank you very much. On your world domination, what kind of business are you in? What are you doing so the world knows?
Well, I'm a construction guy. So I met you the first time at Tim's event.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kevin and myself, that's what we're doing now. We're investing in apartments. We got a couple under contract, struggling a little bit with some loan sponsorship and things like that, but we'll get it worked out. We've made a lot of connections and stuff like that, but it's trying times right now. A lot of people are turtling up. They're not, going out after it. There's blood in the water right now. I mean, people sitting on the fence, and it's just crazy to see just how fearful everybody is right now instead of taking action and just getting after it. They think the whole world's crumbling. So
you get in the right circle, man. I think as you're doing what you're doing, just staying consistent with your messaging, talking about the real problem, addressing like the opportunity. Guys, I'm not, and Darryl, you know this because you're on the side, but like the truth is, at the end of the day, we will make more money over the next 90 days than most people will make in the whole life, literally.
Right.
Keep your head down and stay focused. I mean, I was talking with a buddy last night via text, and we're talking. He's like, I can't even tell people how much I'm making because they wouldn't even believe it. I mean, it's millions a week, millions. Right. And like he's looking for deals all the time. He's putting in deals and he's doing stuff, and he's in multiple businesses and industries. But like, with everything that's going on, everyone thinks the world's coming to an end. Opportunists and capitalists realize this is the time to strike. Who said it? When there's blood on the streets, right?
That's right. Absolutely, it's out there, and some of these owners, they're out there and they complicate stuff so much. It's amazing just how much these, current owners really, the sellers, screw the pooch on some deals. We've had to walk away from a couple that, they're phenomenal deals, but these guys just can't get out of their own damn way.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. It's like, man, they think they got a gold mine sitting there. It's a vacant piece of shit. And it's like, hey, you're obviously not doing nothing with it. You didn't pay taxes in 2 years. I mean, come on, make some money. Take it and go. Let's move.
Yeah, man, listen, oftentimes people put their head in the sand when real stuff's bad. They don't address the real situation, and we see it clear because we're kind of optimistic in the eyes. But like a lot of times, like when stuff like this is going on, and plus maybe something in their personal life could be going on, there's a plethora of things, and they just put their head in the sand, and you're like, we're like, what are you thinking?
Right.
Truth is,
it's got to be a drain. They're making a mortgage payment on it. It's just crazy. It's like you have no income coming in on this thing. It's just insane. So
yeah,
I don't know. We just keep throwing it out there, throwing up crap against the wall. Something's going to stick eventually, And like I say, that's our biggest struggle right now. It's just that whole loan sponsorship. We've got a couple folks lined up, but we're new to the game of apartment investing. I've got over 100 million square foot of residential building and construction under me. I've built and seen just about everything under the sun, remodeled a ton of this multifamily stuff in Detroit. I run big construction companies for guys and that. So again, attending a lot of different events, reaching out, meeting people. You know, we got to get into some of these masterminds and stuff, but right now it's a little out of our reach. So, you know, we're trying to stretch to get into some of them, but, you know,
Absolutely.
we'll get there.
What market are you in, Darryl?
What's that?
What market did you build in? Where are you located?
Oh, Detroit. I built
Okay.
in mainly Metro Detroit.
Okay.
I used to run a company. We had 300 rough carpenters, 26 trim carpenters. We roughed about 6.5 million, 7 million square foot of shit a year. You know,
Nice.
everything under the sun, you know, condos, houses, office, you name it, just everything.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it's been a challenge here. You know, our governor here, she's a total whack job and, you know, got everybody locked down, just extended it for another 2 weeks. So it's like, yeah, what the hell's going on, you know? So we're just doing what we got to do. You know, we're still making it's been a great opportunity to reach out and learn from people.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much information out there right now. It's all free. Just, I mean, you just got to take the time. You got to put in the time, you know, to sit there and just absorb this stuff. You know, there's been so many Zoom calls with just so many high caliber people that we've been involved with here over the last several weeks.
Yeah.
And it just keeps happening over and over and over again. There's just so much out there. This is a great time to expand that, and you can expand your network that way as well. You know, there's a lot of people that are contacting stuff through that. So
No, it's awesome, man. Everyone in our world, seriously, like any, you know, Tim, you know, a lot of guys that I know were, you know, either in the education world or, you know, high level financially, and we have businesses and all that. We actually feel responsibility to be here. We feel like, you know, I can tell you, we're all tenfolding down into this space, sharing videos. I mean, I'm doing a daily video. I know a lot of my buddies are. Like, we're really trying to figure out, you know, how do we give to the world in a need, you know? You smoking a cigar over there?
Oh, yeah.
My man, I like it.
I was looking with cigars earlier this morning, but
Yeah. I'll be firing one up. I'll be firing one up later today again, for sure, man.
There you go.
But yeah, it's you know, it's like there's a responsibility. I think, you know, a lot of times people think when you get success, you actually can get laxed. The truth is, actually, once you seek a little bit of success, you actually crave more and you want to help more people. And it's a responsibility. So it's an honor to be here, man. I appreciate you being here, and you know, stay warm. Looks like you're staying cozy over there.
Yeah, well, I saw you did that 75 hard. So I told you earlier this morning, I'm getting ready to crank it out Monday. I've been, you know, they still talk about this coronavirus 15. I think I picked up 25. So it's time to get off my fat ass and get moving. So
do it, man. Hey, listen, if you need support on that, let me know, buddy. I'm telling you, man, it'll change your life for real. It's just an amazing mindset thing, and you'll see what you're made of. It's very powerful.
Yeah, the only thing I have a hard problem with, I think, is the water bit. You know, I'm a big coffee drinker and shit. I don't like drinking water, but that gallon of water a day, man, it's going to be tough.
The secret is get as much as you can in the morning, as fast as possible. Just pound it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, throughout the day, kind of moderate it, but just pound the water, get a couple, 2-3 bottles in the morning before 10 a.m., before you get out the door, whatever, and then you're off to the races, man.
Yeah, sweet.
Keep
Well,
me
sure,
posted.
appreciate your time. Congratulations again on the book. I'm looking forward to getting a copy. I got it unloaded, so it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So
Awesome.
I got my 10 pages to read, right there.
Absolutely.
All right, Mark.
Thank
Have
you,
a great
Darryl.
day. Thanks.
Thank you, buddy. Have a great day, man. Cheers. Thank you, Brandon, as well. Just bought it. Looking forward to the read. Folks, any questions or comments? I'd love to hop on, say hi to you. It's a virtual group, virtual hangout. I'm here with you. We're hanging out. Let's have some Q&A. What I want to do, too, I want to give out a couple hats. What we got? Give a red, white, and black one. 3 questions. If we get 3 Q&A. Darryl, I'll get you one. Let me know. Shoot me a private message, Darryl. Let me know your hat size and what color hat you want. Red, white, or black. DM gear. I don't sell these, but maybe one day I will. But check it out. If you have Q&A, I'd love to hook you guys up. What is going on with this one? I won't send you a busted up one. My son's probably chewing on it or something. I don't know. It's brand new. Who knows? I'll hook you guys up. What do you got? Q&A in the house. Black one has my name all over it, brother. I love it, Paul. We lost Beacon. I don't know where Beacon's at. There's Beacon. All right, Beacon, you there, buddy? If you guys have questions, shoot a question over. I got two more gear pieces to give away. Let me know. What do you guys got? I'm here for you. Black one. Let me sit here and hang out. Drink by myself, I guess. Beacon, we got any Q&As? Can you tell them where to ask the question? Jump on here. The StreamYard, right? There we go. Come on. Let's go, guys. Gals, what you got? Woo.
There you go.
What's up?
Right here.
Beacon, what do we got, buddy? How you feeling, Beacon?
Good. Right here. Some advice here. Rob seems like he has a question.
Hey, Rob, can you hop on, buddy? What's been the best advice you've ever received? Oh, you got a lot. You know, I'm still learning. The best advice is you don't know anything. That's one. You don't have to get it right. Just get it going. The art is in the start, right? Same thing. I think procrastination and fear are some of the biggest things, guys. Best advice you've ever received. Do the right thing. My parents. My parents taught me all kinds of amazing stuff. Here's the thing is there's so much, you know. I think sometimes we're looking for the one thing or whatever. And kind of like the goal in the book, right? The Magician versus Mule book here is if I just go down here again, my buddy, like I said, Tim Bratz came, he did the forward here, but you know, get curious, be intentional. Why wouldn't they? Progress over perfection, social circles, teach your children, impact and giving back, finding your identity. It's a big one. Let go of the obstacles, thoughts on thoughts, i.e. thought auditing. Move with purpose and urgency. You have value more than you think. Get out of your own way. Patience. Be all in. You're in the marketing business. You're always new and improved. Time is the real asset you want more of. Financial freedom. The magician effect. My coin of the realm. And I have some personal notes in here as well. But there's so many. I could write a book a day with all the stuff I've been given. The truth is, I've had a lot of amazing people in my life, and I still do. Oftentimes, the advice you're given that's good, you don't even hear it when it's given. Because you're at a different place in your life. It's now, man. It's now or never. All right. Thank you, Kyle. What characteristics can people improve on to improve their life? Curiosity, hustle. What do you think? Man, I think the biggest thing is, you know, Paul. What's up, Paul? Thank you for being here, buddy. By the way, if you guys need a lawyer, Paul's a great lawyer in the real estate space, and he's way more than a great lawyer. He's a good guy. What characteristics can people improve on and improve their life? The biggest characteristic is understanding that you're an amazing person as an individual. Really understanding who you are, what your value is to yourself and to the world. See, when I tried to be someone I wasn't, I could never be as valuable as I wanted to be. And I always felt lost. I'm very crystal clear. Sometimes I get foggy. I'm very crystal clear on like what I'm good at. Like if someone comes and says, Mark, I need help tactically on a closing, I'm like, I can't help you. Well, I thought you did real estate. Well, I own a real estate company. It's different now. It's I'm not in the trenches. I I really I'm not saying this to be a weirdo. Like, I personally don't get caught up into details like that. I try to never have, but I used to be a micromanager and I separated that in 05. Like, I put a hard line in the sand, said enough's enough, because I was bottlenecking everything. Everything had to run through me, everything. And ultimately it held me back. So a good characteristic to improve on is, I see the world in I always do the right thing, even when it sucks. Trust me. There's always something going on in my world where I want to kill someone or murder them, like beat them up. I just do the right thing. And even if I got taken advantage of, or they did something bad they shouldn't have, and they're involved in my side, I jump in and I make it right, because that's what you're supposed to do. So I think a characteristic piece is, not just say it, but like do it. And Paul, you're a lawyer, so you see both sides. You see the person that says, "Oh, this is how I do stuff," and then behind the scenes they're like, "Take that guy down, ruin him. I'm not paying him a dime." Blah 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 blah. Right? So I think be genuinely real and authentic. You guys see how I am. I'm a hillbilly kid from Ohio. That I haven't figured anything out, by the way. I just have a couple ideas and a couple things that's working, and a couple things. I have a lot of things that don't work. By the way, the couple things that you see work, things that I had to fail at to be here today. In June, it'd be 24 years I've been an entrepreneur. And I'm talking an entrepreneur that wasn't cool in the beginning. This is like 96. It wasn't cool to say you worked for yourself. Now it's solely accepted. Actually, it's weird if you don't work for yourself in today's day and age, right? So I think, know your value. Talk real with people. You got to talk real talk. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to help people and grow. A lot of times, real talk is very powerful. It's I think about, like, when I had a football coach, or any kind of coach for that matter. It's not about feeling warm and fuzzy. It's about being acknowledged and, and shit, like high level stuff. I've invested millions of dollars, literally millions of dollars in my education. A lot of people go to college and spend $200,000 and take out these loans and then go get a job. I'm not knocking it. This is what a lot of people do. But the problem is they stop learning at that point. They might do continuing education, but it's mandatory. See, it's mandatory for me to learn every day. So, and it has been since I've realized how important it is since I was 18 years old. I've never understood why people stop learning. The truth is, the older you get, the more we need to learn, because it actually gets more fun, because it can compound so much quicker. You realize, like, what you're capable of. You're capable of so much more. Paul, you want to hop on, buddy? What's up, man?
Learn every day.
So,
Hey, what's going on, man? Trying to figure out this StreamYard, baby.
I got it. What's up,
dude?
man?
How are you? Happy Friday.
You too as well, man. What's going on with you?
Just paying attention to what Mark Evans is doing. That's it. What else is there?
Well, there's nothing else, of course.
No, that's it, man. I just wait for you to get online. I'm like, oh, here we go. No. How are you doing?
Good, man. Appreciate you being here. I know you got a lot of cool stuff going on. How can people follow you and your brother on your
Yeah, I'm always on the internet. So same to you. Check me out here on Facebook. It's a great way of connecting. Look for me at places. We're obviously Vincent Esquire and stuff. But thanks a lot for putting this out, man. Your books and all that other stuff. Like, if people can focus more on doing this type of thing, I think everybody wins. And it's the long play, right? Like, I try not to do anything that I'm expecting $1. Obviously, if someone wants to pay me that day, that's great. But everything's a long game, and it's really hard. Patience is terrible, but it's obviously really important. So appreciate you putting this out. And thanks for answering my question.
Did it answer it? I don't know if it answered it.
I don't think you did, but that's okay.
What were you thinking? What would be a good answer?
No, that's exactly right. I just like everybody's point of view on what they think is the most important. Like, for me, I think if somebody's curious and they're like, willing to hop on to listen to Mark, reading a book that's uncomfortable for them. Like, I think that's the fastest way to grow is being curious about different stuff and knowing you're not the smartest person. I mean, that goes a long way. So no, you knocked it out of the park. That was great.
Yeah, Paul, you and I, like, we have a different relationship because you're a lawyer of mine and helped me on some stuff. But like with our one-on-one conversations, people never hear those sides, obviously, because they're private conversations. But, I think at the end of the day is like you and I are both long-term players, long-term thinkers. Yeah. We're both doing the right thing. We both want to just keep things moving. I'm all about paying fast. One of my big things. That's it. By the way, this is a characteristic.
I'm a big fan of that.
This is a characteristic thing for real, like paying fast.
Yep.
There's some people that don't pay fast. They play the money game where they try to slow pay people. I know I have millions of dollars in billables that people owe me. And I know they have the money.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
I know they have the money. It's just how they do accounting and the way they slow pay. So when I get a bill, so it's funny. It's kind of a mindset thing. When I get a bill, I pay it, and I'm thankful I can pay it.
No, that's huge. Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I got a bill. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, I got the money in the bank. I'm paying it. I'm thankful.
Yeah, no, that's
There was a point in my life I didn't have money to pay bills. So it's like it's all in perspective how you see things and all that, right?
Yep. No, and I especially could look up to your story because we're both hillbillies, right? We both grew up in the middle of nowhere. So it's all a mindset thing, Like I grew up in a town where I didn't know there were people that could buy apartment buildings, Like now it's like everybody does. But where we grew up, stuff like this wasn't out there. The internet has made it so much more accessible. StreamYard has made things so much more accessible than even just a few minutes ago. So we should all be very, very pleased this is all out there. We can all grow at ridiculous speeds. And big thing I think you can take from Mark is when you play the long game, an important piece is that you can ruin your reputation in like a minute. So $1 isn't worth it. You just stay focused on your. I hope I'm working for the next 50 years, right? So what I do today may impact me 50 years from now.
Especially real estate, right, Paul? I mean, you just never know. You never know when someone runs into a windfall of money, they become your partner. You never know when someone, their uncle passes away and they have 300 units they need to liquidate fast, and they call you because you're the person that's been there for 5 years that they talk to, and they don't have to hit you up every day or every week, every month, but like they know you're a good person and do the right thing to help their uncle out in that example.
No, man, absolutely. Yeah, and I spend all my time talking to strangers that I'll probably do something with 18 months from now. But that's just part of the long game. Oh, I see a balloon back there. I see you got a baby birthday today too, huh?
Yeah, we got Drea's 1 year birthday. Dean actually got these for me for my launch because they're black and gold on the book cover, right? So
back
there. But yeah, man,
that's fun. Babies are the best. So I'll cut. I can talk forever. So appreciate you doing this, man. Thanks for all the info and look forward to that book.
Appreciate it, Paul. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for putting me on here.
Yeah. And we'll get you a hat. I think you got hats already, but I'll get you another one. He looks good. Mike Jensen, he's 60 and yes about the learning. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Nick, thank you, buddy. Happy first birthday to Drea Bear. Thank you, buddy. So, guys, two more folks. I got some gear. Love to give it away. I just want to help you guys. Again, it's like no one can help you until you raise your hand and ask for help. There's no dumb questions, just dumb people asking questions. So it's kind of joking. But as long as you're not an ass-cool when you're here, which you're not, because you're here and you're truly investing in yourself. It's so cool to see and exciting. So a lot of neat things going on. magicianversusmule.com. Check it out. I'm here. It's 1:20 p.m. It's interesting times. We're actually doing a Zoom live with my family and Dina's family. I guess both of our families together for Drea's first birthday party. So everyone's getting zoomed in, and we're going to do a little birthday party. Wonder what I'm getting Drea. You guys know what I'm getting Drea yet? What do you guys think I'm getting Drea? What's up? What's up, Mark?
Mark Gibbs, how you doing, boss man?
Awesome, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. Hopefully you can hear me all right.
Great.
Yeah. Congratulations on the book. But yeah, my question, I run an independent auto dealership. I'm a one-man show. But I know obviously to expand, I got to bring more people on, and I've had employees, things like that in the past. So right now I'm doing too much of the mule work. I think, I'm just I'm start to finish kind of guy, and we're looking at opening up another place in Omaha potentially here in the next 6 to 12 months, and I'll have to put my focus over there. It's about 3 hours away. It's that big hurdle about just kind of leaving some of the I guess the tasks to other people. I've had to let some people go in the past, and I'm all about paying them right and making sure they're doing the job. And it's sometimes I'm too friendly, I guess. We become best friends instead of that employee relationship. That's tough for me, just talking too much and things like that. So, man, I guess just any sort of I'm sure you had the same issue when you were doing your businesses, and leaving some of that responsibility to other people. I guess, what are some points there that you can give out?
No, Mark, first of all, I still have this problem, man. I still have the problem. One thing I realized, though, is my problem is actually my gift, caring about people. You know what I mean? So
yeah, 100%.
So because I like people. I genuinely like people. So what happens, though, is certain people can take advantage of that. So they get in the environment and they don't do the work. They take advantage. They see what they can get. But again, man, it's like I don't want to change because of those people, right? I want to be the best person I can be, and again, it's going to happen to me for the rest of my life. I already know it. I try to minimize it. I can't avoid it, because if I avoid it, I won't talk to people. And that's what I don't want to do. I just can minimize it. I can pay attention to what they say or don't say. I can add layers too. I kind of do that a little bit more. I add layers of people in front of me to protect me from it. My company, I don't know some of the people in my companies anymore, just because they're a little bit bigger now, some of them. I would know the directors, the people that work directly with them, and they might have 7, 12 people under them or whatever it is at that point. But I genuinely like the person. And this is why I had to stop going into the offices when I used to go in, because I mess it up, man. I'm like high-fiving people like, what's going on? And Peter's like, dude, get out. You're ruining everything we just told them not to do. You're telling them to do it. I'm like, oh, don't worry about calling them. Just do this and that. And he's like, no, get out of here. So I think just listening. What kind of dealership do you do?
It's just an independent lot. So, I've got about 30, 40 cars that we we try to have unique pieces. I will take trucks with 6.5-inch lifts on them. Mercedes, I got an SL 550. We're shipping out to Michigan next Tuesday, and just the odd things, cube vans, just whatever we can that not everybody else carries. Let me silence this bad boy real quick. But yeah, so that's exactly what I'll be looking for in Omaha. We're an independent dealer, but I don't want to be a run-of-the-mill dealership. And at the same time, the franchise dealerships, they've got their restraints that they got to abide by, and I just want to make sure we can do our own thing. But yeah, just like you said, I've had some guys that have come in, and one guy on camera, just texting on the other side of a vehicle, just like, it's like, come on, let's just do the work. And obviously, it's not their business, so they don't share the exact same passion. So. And I'm the same way, I want to high five people. Now let's get to work. Let's have fun. Let's talk. Let's chat. Yeah. Let's goof around for 5-10 minutes. Now let's just bust her back and let's get it done. But it's hard for some people to make that switch, and get right into it.
No, it is, man. Quick question for you. What are you trying to accomplish with the car lots?
I've got 4 kids, so really just kind of building something. And I've always wanted to do other things. I want to get into multifamily or apartment complexes, things like that. Just a lot of different things. But really, if I could leave a car dealership for each one of my kids, and in the business, and if they didn't want to, they didn't have to either. But I live in Des Moines, Iowa, so we've got a lot out here. Looking at partnering with one down in Omaha. I've got the guy that runs a dealership down in Florida. I'm gonna help him open up. He's been in the business a long time, but I'm gonna help him with all the electronics, things like that, and I could potentially end up buying that thing years down the road. And so it's just really about building, I guess, there, but giving me more opportunities. So. Younger, I grew up with nothing. So, back then $100,000 seemed like that was a dream. And obviously now we're beyond that, and we're looking at going even further and not stopping. And I don't want my kids to think that there's those roadblocks that I thought about when I was a kid. Sky's the limit. And obviously with social media, putting you out there, and it's just the connections that you can make along the way. I want my kids to understand that really the sky's the limit. If they want to take over a dealership, that's available for them, and I can teach them and show them, and they can do better things. But if nothing else, man, they can go and do whatever they want to do,
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So do you know Ryan Aguilaro, and do you know Matt Larson and all those guys?
No, I don't. I'm not sure who they are.
You should know those guys. They're actually apartment building guys in Des Moines. They're in the Quad Cities in Des Moines.
Okay.
So
nice. I'll have to look into them.
Amazing guys, by the way. You should know those guys. If you need me to intro you, I will. What is your unique ability? I got a couple magician thoughts for you, by the way. I love the car business, not the conventional car business. I love cars in general. By the way, I'm a great client because I'm a great buyer, terrible seller. Terrible seller. Like I'm great at buying them, but when I have to let them go, it's like it takes me 3 years longer than I normally should, and then as appreciation kicks in, whatever. But what's your unique ability in that space?
I think especially right now, just video things like that's my is delivering vehicles, getting them people. We sell a lot of stuff nationwide for being such a small place. 70% of my vehicles are out of the state that they go. So I think that's we don't have the restraints, I guess, thinking outside the box, doing videos, but beyond that's just the vehicles, the selection that we have. We try to keep it odd and different, but really anybody could duplicate it if they wanted to, so
your profit margins. I mean, I think a lot of people are they think the car business is a massive profit margin business. It's very tight numbers. If you're bad at buying cars, it's real bad. It's real bad, tight numbers. Yeah. But I know a buddy of mine has a $45 million a year car business in Ohio, and his margins are silly. He's more wholesaler though, not in the retail side, but it's a pretty interesting business model. It's all about size, right? How do you get to 50, 20, 30, $50 million in sales? That's how you really start clicking along, right?
Right.
Yeah. Are you buying wholesale, selling retail? Is that kind of what you do?
Yeah, wholesale. But we have connections with certain dealerships really across the nation. So not so much auction or just wholesale buyers. We go through a dealership and it's direct. It's nice the connection we have. So they're one owners, low miles typically, and then we spruce them up if we need to. But like I said, I got a 13 SL 550 that we just sold. We got from Florida. So in the Midwest, there's salt grime everywhere. Yeah. You can't find one of these. We're selling for $5-6 grand under book. Everybody else, it's like, why wouldn't you come? But we make our profit obviously on it. And the guy, we had 6 people on it, lasted 6 days. So it's about turning the inventory quick as possible and making a profit. And but just a unique customer. So I've got customers that have came from Florida multiple times for just different vehicles because now they will deal with us and and I guess with me and what we've done with them. So yeah, it's fun. But
I love it, man. I think a couple things you don't know you're good at is money movement. A lot of times where I see guys get in trouble in the car business or any business in general, they don't understand the power of money movement, momentum. Hey, you could squeeze more money out of each car, but you have to hold on for an extra 3 days, 7 days, 12 days, potentially longer, potentially less. But it's like if money's moving, that's a good thing. You can always make more, you can always make less. But at the end of the day, it's like if I can lock in a profit today, it's better off today than move, so I can do something bigger tomorrow. I think that's a very good thing. Not only that, man, like you have 4 kids. I don't necessarily love setting up new shops. I think the car business is a different animal in the future. I have some buddies that do wholesale business online, and they're big. I mean, they're big time exotic cars, though. They do a lot of exotics. And they're selling these. I'm telling you, man, they $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 cars a day, nonstop. I mean, they're selling Ferraris, Rolls Royces, Bentleys, 5, 10, 12 cars a day, at that price point. These are big cars. So, I think I've bought many cars. I've never once got an email from the company that I bought a car from to buy another one. The hardest thing to do in your guys' industry is to get me to trust me, for me to trust you to buy a car from you. And if I buy it and I have a great experience, why wouldn't I want to buy more? And I think I've never, and I'm telling you, man, I've bought something from some pretty big car guys. I've never got an email from them. I've never got a simple a video like, hey, Mark, thank you for buying that Rolls and sending the wire overnight. And it's amazing. Like I've not test drove a car I've bought since 2005. I buy it sight unseen. It's never been in the same state. And I buy it cash via wire. Yeah. And they've never send a message, send an email. Like once a week, once a month, just let me know. Like, hey Mark, hey Mark, I know, are you looking to sell or buy? They could actually help me on both sides, right? Yeah. Car buyers are buying and selling all the time, right? So I wonder if you could come up with something. I guess where I'm going with that is that could be a very powerful thing for you to hit your buyers list and say, hey, almost become ask them what they're looking for and kind of put it on the books and see if you can find it. It's like free money. Yeah.
No, 100%.
And I've done this with watches, houses, cars. Every time I buy from third-party people, I never get like. If you buy a $100,000 watch, you probably should put me on an email list and email me once in a while. Because if I have a big deal, maybe I post something online and I have a big deal pop off. That means I made money. Why wouldn't you hit me up and maybe I want to buy myself a gift or toy or something, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. I love it. I mean, and I guess kind of the way we've been doing. I've been doing videos, I guess, for a little while now. And the way I stumbled upon you is through Sean Whalen. I'm part of his Lions Den, you know, and so he's obviously dropped your name quite a bit in there. But yeah, he's huge about videos, and so I do that with our customers, and I think that's where we've gained a lot, especially over the last 12 months, is just the positive reviews, but people coming back. I mean, heck, I sold one customer 3 cars just this last 6 months, all because of the videos, you know. So that is huge, and nobody is doing that, and that's one thing we love. But you're 100% right on the wholesaling and the online. I think that's a whole new animal, a whole new game. Man, the overhead is extremely low because you don't have a brick and mortar, you know. Yeah, you just need a parking lot to park cars. You're right.
Listen, I think old school brick and mortar is amazing. How old are you? About 35-ish?
33, yeah.
Yeah, 33. Dude, I think the 21-year-old kids that come out with a wholesale online car business will smoke us because they see like it's just different, man. Like I said, I'm kind of a little anomaly because I don't test drive cars. Like it's like, dude, a Rolls Royce, it probably drives pretty nice. Why do I need to test drive it? It's kind of what I think.
Yeah.
So I just buy it, and then I've done that multiple times with these cars, like on all my cars. So why would I need to test drive it? Like these young kids, man, they're churning and burning cars all the time. It's just a different mindset now. I don't think they need to come in and touch it, feel it, see it, smell it. Not everyone. I'm just talking a niche. But you know, you have these 4 kids, man. I would be trying to figure out how do I build something or invest in the local guys that have these little shops and bring your value, get a 10, 20, 30% like VIG in their company and help them grow it with your skills.
You're 100% right.
Let them do the work. Help them, groom them to be better business owners. You make money on their upside. They make more money because they're getting trained by you, in essence, right? And now you don't have all that heart. Like, I mean, it's a lot of money to get the shop, buy all the cars, and do all that stuff, and man it up and everything else. The reason I'm bringing this up, I love working with entrepreneurs. I don't like working with, and I'm not saying this in a condescending way. It's hard for me because, again, the way my personality is, entrepreneurs, like we're growing, we're pushing. But then you get the guy in the office and they're like, hey, what's up, Mark? Yeah, you don't understand. Busy day, man. You know, I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm all excited. You're ruining my mojo over here. Come on, man. So I think it'd be very cool to think about that, man. I think I'd redesign what you think it should look like to get what you ultimately want.
Yeah, I love it. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll get you a hat, man. You wear hats?
Yeah, I'll wear a hat.
With a head like that, you better, man. I got the same head.
Yeah, right. As long as it's a big one. I got a big head, so hopefully it's
dude, I'm telling you, it's kind of embarrassing. My head's so big. It doesn't carry over in other places, but I got a big head.
I gotcha.
You want red, white, or black, man?
I'll take a white one, brother.
Okay, cool. If you could just message me, you got my information right on social?
Yep, I'll message you right there. I appreciate it.
Message me your address and your size of hat, and just put white hat as well, just so I have it in place. But I'll get it out tomorrow for you, man. Thank you.
Much appreciated. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, Mark. Good name, by the way.
Yeah, you too.
Cool, guys. Anybody else? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out here. So, like, thinking about, like, on the car side, so what I was talking about, I have a buddy. I wouldn't say a great buddy. He's an acquaintance, I should say. The guy's crushing it. He literally is printing money in the car industry, and he doesn't have a shop. He used to. He used to have a very big shop, a brick and mortar location, but it was literally sucking the life out of him. He was there every day, literally 7 days a week. He has 3 kids and this and that, and he's like, I just can't do it anymore. So he changed the thought. The magician, what would the magician do to get what I want? Okay, I know this exists, but what if I want it to look different? What would it look like? That's a question. And you ask that question, and then boom. What's up, Chico? Thank you very much, buddy. I just saw that. I'm sorry, I didn't even see this. You just got the book, Mr. Chico. Dude, why aren't we hooking up, man? I miss you. It's been forever. I think the last time we hung out was over at Meisner Park with the wives. But Beacon, do we have anybody else that's ready to hop on and ask a question? We got one more piece of gear to give away. If not, I'll keep it in-house and use it.
Nobody else yet.
Beacon, what's the biggest magician effect you've seen hanging out with me?
I think it was when you locked in a 6-figure deal in like a 4-minute conversation, and then after that connected like a potential $3 million deal for the future in another 7-minute conversation, all in a car ride while you were like mentoring me.
Yeah. That's fun.
That was a crazy magician effect that I just sat back and just thought like it's just different. It's all about the conversation, just more zeros behind it. And it's just you're just doing the same. It's like the cadence. It's all about the cadence. You're not sporadically doing all kinds of crazy things. When you pick a business to invest in and someone to invest with, you're fully you're so fully focused and involved in it that you're just attracting the right deals and the right levers that you need to pull. And it just happens so effortlessly. That's what like in my mind, that magician effect right there.
Yeah, and guys, I don't remember the deals and all that, but effortlessly meaning, just so we understand terminology, effortlessly is what a magician is supposed to do. It looks like when they get on stage, they did it effortlessly, but it took them 5 years to figure out how to do that trick, maybe. Correct. So don't confuse effortlessly without lack of work or whatever. Not only that, I think as well is being like, I was talking with my buddy a couple of days ago about this, like entrepreneur, there's a guy I walk and I see all the time and it always gets awkward. I'm kind of an awkward talker because my brain's thinking, I'm listening, but I'm thinking about how to help you. It's not like I'm not, I guess I need to get better at this a little bit, but like, it's always awkward for a moment because I'm like whatever. I want to help them, and that's just my personality. So sometimes I'll get real quiet and I'm like looking at you. I'm not undressing you with my eyes for sure, but I'm clearly I'm not. But I'm thinking about how to like listen. I'm trying to my eyes almost start hurting because I'm so like listening so deep. For real, this sounds weird, but it's true. Like I'm so intently listening to what you're saying. Oftentimes what we say is not really what we mean, what we're saying. And anybody that's ever had conversations with me when I'm trying to mentor them would know what I'm talking about. Cause it's like, I hear what you're saying, but that's not what you mean. Here's what I'm thinking. Or interesting. You might hear me say that. Like I'm trying to process it and compartmentalize it and understand really where this is coming from. Is it coming from fear? Is it coming from greed? Is it coming from motivation? Where is it coming from? So I think when Beacon heard these conversations, Beacon, I don't remember these conversations, but when you're hearing them, like you're saying 3 minutes, 7 minutes, and this and that, which is awesome. Now I'm asking, how do I do it in 2 minutes and 6 minutes? But and by the way, I've done many deals, but Beacon, it's like, why? How can someone make 6 figures and only work 7 minutes? How's that even fair?
Well, maybe because who knows the amount of maybe 6 months it took you to create the system, and then with the system that you created to suit your lifestyle, all the person needs to do in that system is pull a lever and be like, all right, contract has been sent. We've already analyzed the deal to the way you liked it. Mark, deal popped up on the table, 100K deal. Is it a go? Yes or no? And then all you have to do is just ask your typical 1 or 2 questions or whatever, and you just keep the ball moving. Yeah. That's basically how it looks.
Well, I mean, you saw it. It's not like I plotted it, right? Yeah. So,
and then the next conversation hit with someone you did business with previously was asking you for some advice. And then in turn with the advice, you pointed them in the right direction and they wanted you in the deal. So then you just basically bada boom, bada bing, connect the pieces together. Big potential deal happening in the future.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So what you're saying, again, this is awesome. Thank you, Beacon, for sharing that.
Thank you for allowing me to experience it. So, because this is what I need to see. Like, it's possible, guys. This is how it's done. But yeah, sorry.
Should you be paying me or should I be paying you?
Oh no, I should be paying you. Which
I'll get you my wire info, my man. I'll get you my wire information. No, I think here's the biggest thing is So it's interesting. So when I used to work really hard, whatever that means, trying to sell someone on why they should work with me, I was always disappointed. I knew why they should. I could help them, but it was always my motives to help them. It was never really like, how could I help them, help them to help them? It was more like, how can I help them, but put me in the middle so I could help them and I get paid. And this is a long time ago. This is probably 2003 or 4 I discovered this. Maybe sooner than that, 2002-ish. When did I almost go BK? 2002? Yeah, so 2002 or 3. There was a point where I said, listen, I learn best when someone shoots straight with me. And when they shoot straight with me, I want to give back to them. So I was big into marketing. So there was a marketing thing I used to do. I'd send a $100 bill in a direct mail piece. It was a nice envelope, $100 bill on top. It's scary to do, by the way. This takes balls to like send a $100 bill to 1,000 people, right? Because you're like, oh my God, what if they throw it away? What if this? What if that? But there's something interesting that happened. When people would open it, they get a $100 bill. There's no strings attached, by the way, 0, because it's cash. They could do whatever they want. They would pull it off, and we would have like a 40-50% response rate, even if it was them calling me saying, no, I'm not interested. But what happened is I got them on the phone and I could talk to them and say, well, what are you interested in? What's going on? We have this weird thing as humans. It's not weird. We have this amazing thing as humans that, they do this at Chinese restaurants all the time in the malls when you used to be able to go to malls back in pre-corona, where they give you free samples. You try the free sample. You almost, you take it, you walk around, you grab another one, act like they didn't see you. You walk around again, and then you ultimately come back. You almost feel like you have to come back. And that's what the $100 bill would do. So what I discovered is like, if you just tell people straight up, like, dude, this doesn't make sense, or this is what I would do. And I'm like, oh, well, would you do it with me? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Like, it's crazy to even think you work. It's just a different type of work. It's a different type of conversation. I'm not stressed out to sell you. I don't care if you buy. I swear, I don't care if people buy or sell what I'm taking in. I don't care, because I know there's 5,000 other people on the other line ready to do so. And if it's not a fit, it's just not a fit. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you. And if you don't think it's a fit, cool. I'll call someone else. I'm good with that. And it's funny, when you do that, you actually attract what you ultimately want, to help them and to make more money. It's pretty wild. Right, Beacon?
Literally, that's like well put. Like, yeah. You've been saying that the past couple of live streams, and if you guys haven't had the chance to view them, they're on Facebook and YouTube. But you were just talking about the idea of why not both? How can I create the business to serve me in a way where anything I want is possible, because it is. So that's what I'm just knowing.
Yeah.
But then it could become like, now it's the thought auditing. Where are those thoughts coming, telling you that you can't have them coming from? Fear, your environment, the people around you, things of that nature. So like perspective.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I do that. Gift giving, a lot of our clients, Christian has a good thing. Help enough people get what they want. They ultimately get what you want every time. I think, what is that? Zig Ziglar, I believe. Paul Evans said, law of attraction, bringing great things. Yep. So I think I keep saying guys. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Guys and gals. I think another thing too is gift giving. I discovered this probably 2-3 years into business about giving gifts. Intentional gift giving, very thoughtful. You hear, guys, everyone has stuff going on in life. From new babies. I have a great gift. By the way, let me show you this amazing gift I just got yesterday. Where's it at? Oh shit, where is it? It's not, my wife moved it. But Mike Meritor, this guy, this is a true story, very amazing. Like, the guy's an amazing guy. Him and I's made a lot of money together, and we'll make a lot more money together. He's a machine, and he's just an awesome family guy, just a good dude all around. So I bought my house in Shaker Heights, Ohio. I don't remember when. We redone the whole thing, literally from the ground up. And I like golf course grass. It's a big deal to me. I like nice grass. When I pull up to my house, everyone knows I want to see it looking amazing. I want the best grass in the whole country. Like, that's my goal. For sure, the town, let alone the country. And in Ohio, this is not normal. So it's very expensive to do. It's very expensive upkeep, whatever, but I like it. It doesn't make sense, but I like it. So what's it matter, right? It doesn't make sense maybe to drive a Rolls Royce, but I like it, you know, and it's like, if that's what you want, you figure out how to get it. So, but anyways, I put these trees up. I wanted this row of trees, 14 trees, these big tall trees, 14 footers. I bought these trees out of Pennsylvania, and I called the company and I said, hey, I want a contractor that if they say they're going to show up, they show up. I'm not shopping price. I'm shopping value. I want value, period. She's like, there's two people I'm going to give you, Mike and then this other person. And I called Mike. That was the first person I called. I called and said, hey, here's what I got. Here's what I'm looking for. When can you be here? He gave a time. Here's what happened. He showed up on time. And if anybody's ever worked with a contractor, you know this is an anomaly in itself. Seriously. So he showed up, note to self, mental note, right? Showed up on time. He gave me a price. I said, I got it. Hey, what's up, Robert Hunt? Thank you, by the way. He showed up and he did the job. I know I didn't beat him up on the price because I don't do that. He did the work, and I said, hey, can you do this? He might have done $60,000, $80,000 of work in my house, maybe more, a lot. I don't know, a lot. And every time he'd come over, I'm out walking around, hanging out on the phone or smoking a cigar or play with the kids or whatever. And we just started talking. He said, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, real estate, you know, business owner, whatever. And he's like, I'm only here 5 months a year, this and that, right? It's kind of intriguing. It's an intriguing conversation. Like, who does this? Like, where I'm from, that's not normal, by the way, right? So we're talking, and when he got done with my project at my house, he actually stopped by. And by the way, I don't think he ever was late one time, and he did a lot. They were there a lot. Like, I mean, I had him do my lawns, my trees, my outdoor bar kitchen area, my garage floors, all this stuff, all kinds of stuff. And I don't think he ever showed up late, and he always did exactly what he said. He never charged more, no less, no more. Just the price is the price. And he got done with the project, gave me the final bill. I sent him the money, and he gave me some cigars. He's like, hey man, I know you like cigars. Here you go. It's an amazing gesture. Again, pay attention to gestures. Like, what do people do? They don't have to say, hey, I love cigars for you to give them cigars. Just pay attention. Like, you could literally, like, while I'm talking to you, by the way, you could look at my background and know what I like a little bit, right? I like my kid. Whoops, he's right there. I like artwork. I like books. I like hats. Simple. You could figure out gifts. So anyways, so we start talking, and then he joins my mastermind group. And he's done so amazing in there. He's done multiple books. He's grown his company. He's doing real estate. He has a big landscape company, and he's really doing some amazing things. His product's amazing. Like, if you're in Cleveland, Ohio area, and you need landscaping work, you have to hire this guy. He's amazing. He does amazing stuff. And yesterday, Mark comes in, he's like, Dad, you got a gift. And he opens it up, and it's in this amazing cigar humidor. And it has like all this artwork on it. It has a private jet with the DM on it. It has a Monopoly board on top of it with DM cufflinks and all this stuff. It's really thoughtful gift. I don't care if it's $1 or $100,000. It's the thought that counts. And I shot him a message. Like, when you have people like that and you do that yourself, I do that, by the way, as well. I'm thinking about how to give you gifts. I swear, like, as crazy as it sounds, anybody that's on here, if I see that you have something going on and I feel like I could provide value, I wish I could do it more, but we have a 6-figure a year budget for gift giving in general, literally. And I remember I used to be a cheapskate mule. I would never give gifts because I thought it cost money. You understand gift giving, once I understood the $100 bill thing, it's not about that. It's an investment. And Beacon, I'm not picking on you, but recently Beacon's grandmother passed away. And my instinct goes we sent you flowers, right? You and your mother, Beacon. So
Yeah, it was very, very, very emotional. I woke up in the morning. My mom said, "Beacon, there's something for you." While she was handing me the flowers, she was tearing up, and then I didn't know what was going on. I seen a note.
Yeah.
And then I seen what was going on, and I saw it was from Mark, and I was just like, first thing I did was, thank the team, thank you, Mark. But it's just those little things that completely changes not just me, but it has an effect on my whole family.
Absolutely.
And they see the type of things that I'm up to, the kind of people I hang around. It's like, honestly, Mark, you were the only one that sent any types of flowers to my mother.
Mm.
And that this is a personal thing with Haitian community. But it doesn't matter where ethnicity or culture you come from. Gift giving, showing gratification, putting out the good vibes. Karma is a real thing, but not even just for the karma, but for your own well-being. It's the abundance mindset, and you're passing that abundance mindset onto my family.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning of something bigger.
Yeah, no, I mean, guys, listen, it's our duty. We have to steward, and that's what the magicians do. I'm not trying to manipulate. By the way, you could see that this is manipulation. It's truly you see the world in a different lens when you're looking for opportunity to impact others. Like, you're not waiting around for someone's family member to pass away or something bad to happen or even something good to happen. You're just living your life. But when you do see it, like, by the way, we all see it, we all hear about it. But the question is, what does your brain do when you hear it? Like, oh man, that's so sad. Let's leave them a nice letter. Like, listen, if you don't have cash, it's okay. Write them a letter and say, hey man, thinking about you. But even in my team, like if they get a deal and they're talking to a potential seller or buyer and they're like, hey, I can't talk right now. My grandmother or my mother or brother, whoever, they're in the hospital or they're sick or they passed, stop selling immediately. There's no conversation left to do. It's like, I'm sorry to hear about that. Let's pick this up later in the future is, just let me know when I'm here when you're here. And the next thing you do when you hang up that phone, you don't call another person and cold call them or whatever. You stop, you go on 1-800-flowers.com and you send a nice gift. That's what you do. You spend 20, 30, 40, 50, $100, whatever it is. Or if you don't have $20, sit down and write a letter. Hey, Steve, sorry to hear about your mother. I'm sure she was an amazing woman. I talked to you a couple of days ago. I just talked to you, and I wish nothing but the best for you. Prayers to yourself and your family, blah, blah. Like, just let them know that they've been acknowledge them. That's what you want. If someone acknowledges you, are you mad? Of course not. Of course not. You're never mad when you get a gift. You're never mad when you get acknowledged out of the blue. It's a very powerful thing. And if more people did it, right now, by the way, you should be doing it more than you've ever done it. I have, these will be going out this weekend. All of them, right? Thank yous from the DM. I know I like pink. Leave me alone. I was doing pink before it was cool, but the DM, you can do the same thing. My job with being a magician and my goal is to inspire other people to be able to do more with what they have. Help them get more, do more with what they have again. Do more with it, like really expand and grow. It's very exciting. Thank you, Sam. What's up, Ben? What's up, my man? Magician versus Mule. So with that said, if there's any other questions, anybody got questions? Ben, you want to hop on? Sam, Rob? Actually, Robert Hunt. I believe I went to high school with you, right, Robert? By the way, I was a terrible, terrible, terrible kid. If bullying was a thing, I was the poster child of a dick. The reason is, by the way, if I'm picking on you, I actually like you. As crazy as it sounds. And you can ask anybody that knows me now as well. But like, if I'm messing with you or saying silly stuff and playing with you, like that means I like you. So, and if this was Robert Brown from high school, he was such a nice guy. A lot of stuff, but cool things. Beacon, do we have anybody that wants to hop on? Vin, hop on. Rob, what's up, buddy? How you been? Hope you're doing amazing, man. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. I don't know if you're still in Baltimore or not, but either way, man, hope you're doing well. It's cool. It's isn't it funny how life is? It really is. I like life. It's pretty. It's a pretty cool thing. Mark, you like life? Hey, what are you gonna be for Halloween?
Let's see.
You gonna be a Barbie doll?
Let's see.
What's
Odd Squad.
you're gonna be an Odd Squad?
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Rob. Vin, you want to hop on? Anybody want to hop on real quick? Are you guys good? If not, I'm about. Oh, who we got? Beacon, is that you? Beacon, you slid over. All right, fellas and folks, I should say. I'm going to bounce. Magician versus Mule. I'm going to go jump in the pool, actually. The sun just popped out. It's a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for following me. If you need anything at all, if I can help, I will. I appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day. Again, cheers. #1 bestseller. Magician versus Mule. Happy. Oh, wait. I want to hop on. More moralists. All right, I'll wait for you. Brandon, thank you, Mark. Thank you. Beacon, can you show them how to hop on? Hop on, moralists. Hop on. Man, I don't know how to do that. Beacon's not. Hold on one sec. Enjoy your day with the family. Thank you, Dylan. All right, what's up, Jose? Beacon, I can't hear him. Beacon, I can't hear him. What's up?
Yo,
Jose?
can you hear me?
I hear you, man.
Awesome. Good, man. So I read your book. I can't remember the title of it. Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you, man. You might have to turn off the backdrop.
I think I had you on the replay in the back. Cool, man. So I wanted to ask you some questions. I'm going to be buying your book. I just saw your house tour. I saw you at Tim Bratt's event down in Florida, Tampa. And I connected with you right away. And I think the reason I connected with you was you tell it how it is. And I almost feel like you've mentored some of these up and coming, like you've been like the mentor to a lot of the up and coming like real estate agents, or not real estate agents, the real estate investors. So I wanted to ask you for some advice. I own a real estate company and I own a small investment company. Okay. My real estate company, we did 109 real estate sales last year. It grossed like 1.5 million at like about a 30% profit margin. So maybe like 500 in net income. The real estate company, we only did 2 flips on it, and that's a partnership. But I'm at the point where I feel like I'm doing a lot of the stuff, man. Like, and I feel like I'm the fucking mule right now. I have 2 assistants, but I feel like I'm still not delegating enough. So I just kind of wanted to ask, like, in regards to like when you're growing your company, do you offer profit sharing? Do you offer equity in a company? At my stage, would you do anything like that? What would you do to like essentially build a good foundation of good people? That way you can scale the company out.
Yeah, no, it's a great question, man, and thank you for being here. I think the biggest thing is you're assuming that money is going to motivate them. Money actually demotivates a lot of people. You got to understand that first and foremost. Money is never the problem. It's the individual that's the problem. Money could drive them or hurt them. I don't know either or yet, but what I do know is if I'm coming out of the gate, I'm not giving any equity, and I'm not giving. First of all, there's no equity to give, and there's no profit to give out of the beginning, out of the gate, at all. So why would I give the potential of something? You don't need to sell the dream. What I'm trying to look for is people that are hardworking, dedicated people, and have great core values and more, like good, hardworking people in general. That's what I'm looking for, honestly. So where are you struggling at in the process? You said you're the mule. Where are you the mule at? Because it all comes back to you at the end of the day. Is this a partnership thing or is this a business
No,
thing?
not the real estate company. The real estate company, no. The investment company, it is a partnership. But the real estate company, it's not. It's basically, I'm the salesperson. I'm the visionary. I'm the person implementing the system so far. I just hired somebody to help me with the implementation of the systems. But so far, like, I've been that person that has been driving the sales and visioning company and setting up all the systems. I feel like just now I've got a good group of people that are helping me. And it's like, just in the last month, I feel like I've been taking more and more stuff off my plate. But I felt for a lot of years like I was the person implementing everything. Basically, everything fell back on me, and there was a problem with the business, and everything fell back on me. Like right now, I'd probably say I'm at the best stage in my business right now, but I still feel like I don't have a business. I can't take off for like 6 months. Like I took off in December for like a month and a half, and like my sales dropped in January and February in comparison to last year. And it had to do because I was gone, and I'm basically the guy that's going out like on the phones, pounding the phones every day,
Yeah. No, man, I think, are you working with these people side by side in an office?
You cut out. Yeah, with the salespeople, I am. The salespeople, I am. The admin works out of another office, which is just a block away from us. But I did that on purpose so that the salespeople aren't like that involved with the salespeople.
How long have you been in business, Jose?
8 years.
Nice. Yeah, so you're at that point, man. For real, like it's all you. You got to figure out, So there's a weird part in the journey where up to X, it's different for everybody, but up to X, say 500 grand for your sake, you're doing a lot. But to get from 500, where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go with this?
I like for the company to get to 10 million in gross, the real estate company, and it's at a 30% profit margin. I would be okay with that, which would be 3 million. And essentially, I like to be the visionary for the company. I like to get out of the day-to-day cold calling and basically prospecting every single day. But right now, I'm at that point where, I mean, if I take a step back from that, essentially the sales basically drop.
Sure. So on the $10 million number, what kind of business? What does the business look like at 10 million? What kind of deals are you doing?
So what I wrote, I did the VTO, which is the Vision Traction Organizer, but I did it before I read the Traction book. So I hadn't read the Traction book. I did it just by that. So what I wrote down for the 10-year plan, it was that it's 850 sales at a average commission of 10,625,000 and a 35% profit margin, which would be 3.7 million.
So what we're doing, in essence, what you're really talking about, just so people understand, because that's good stuff, is you're reverse engineering the numbers to get to what you want.
Yeah.
Right? Financial numbers. What do you want your business to look like, though? What does it take? First of all, 35% profit margin business that's a very big profit margin business. Not many real estate businesses have that bigger profit margins. This is an agent brokerage.
So it's basically a team. So it's basically like I've been the listing agent. I think that's why the profit margin is where it's at right now, because a large number of the production is me. I mean, I think one of the challenges is that we don't do very much marketing. A lot of it is just pounding the phones. Like we've gone to a level where I've been cold calling for 8 years, and I'm at the stage where I can take an expired listing, one time, convert him into a listing, and basically easy. Like, yeah, it's like clockwork, But I eventually I don't see myself cold calling every day. I see my real estate company help me build wealth, like by helping me locate more real estate. Eventually, the goal is to build wealth. That's the end goal, and I see the real estate company as a vehicle to helping me get there.
No, I love it. I think the biggest thing is the way to do that is to help your people become better business people, right? Your people, you help them become better, they'll actually help you become better. You know what I mean? Another thing too is, have you thought about like, do you have a book? Do you have a book in your space? Do you like what's your proposition in the market? Like, what's your unique proposition
for the sales or for my team?
Anything, like, to me, I consider one in the same. You know what I mean? So because you are your team at this point, like they know you, so they're going to go to your team anyways. For now, I mean, it's just small enough to do that. But I would be thinking more of like, how do you I would have books, I'd have courses, I'd have continuing education. If you're trying to stay in that model, by the way, the model might be flawed too, just so you know. I had to change my model to get to what I wanted, because the model I thought I wanted only could get me to so far. And then it got me to so far, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do all this to get there to the next step. There's a lot of different paths you could take to accomplish what you want to do. Is your goal to make $3 million a year? Is your goal to make what is the financial goal for you?
My goal is to essentially be at $3 million a year, and essentially reinvest that money back into like multi-unit properties. That's basically my goal. Yeah.
So, I mean, 8 years deep. So, when I was 10 years, so it took me 10 and a half, 11 years to really like start figuring out you're actually.
I feel like I'm barely at that point, Mark. I feel like I'm at that point right now where I've started reading business books. I started paying more attention to people like you.
Yep.
I started paying attention to like I've been happy just having like a really high paying job. And don't get me wrong. I mean, it's been good. I mean, I own 44 units. I'm 32 years old. I mean, I have extra cash. I have cash flow from all my investments. But it's to the point where I want to have a business. Like I look at like your lifestyle and I'm like, man, like I can build something like that where I no longer have a job.
Yep.
And essentially I actually have a business where I can help other people.
Yep.
But essentially it's going to require that I eventually get myself out of prospecting. So the story that I've been telling myself is, okay, I'm going to get myself out of prospecting once I have more residual income.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's a story that I've been telling myself.
I get it.
And so far, a lot of the earnings that I had in the previous years, I would take the earnings and I would reinvest them back into real estate, which means I wasn't reinvesting back into my company. I was basically taking all the profit from my company, investing it into buy and hold deals.
Yep.
And basically I'd be, I wouldn't have any money to reinvest.
You're
but
right.
Now I feel like I am reinvesting back into the business. But to answer your question about the unique proposition, I would say in the marketplace, I bought a lot of furniture over the last year. So essentially, I've offered staging to sellers and helping them prepare their property for sale at no additional cost. So like if the commission's 6% or 5%,
that's
I offer it. And I own like maybe like $60,000, $70,000 worth of furniture already, and I have where to store it. I own the building as well.
That's awesome.
So I would say that for people like an expired listing that is vacant, I go in there, I stage it, and then sometimes I don't even have to change the price. It just sells by itself with that by itself. So I would say that's one. And then for the agents, I would say that the value proposition is in my marketplace in Ventura County. I'm the #1 agent in the entire marketplace. So essentially they get direct access to basically learning how I communicate with people and I handle certain things. And then I've been recording myself for the last 4 years on everything that I do, like cold calls, everything. So I have what's called Morales Group University, that it's not very well organized, but essentially it's the vision that I see that platform that I can say, hey, look, dude, here's freaking 400-500 hours, bro, of me pounding the phones, of me negotiating contracts with people, of me this. I feel like I've got the vision. I've been doing the right things, but I just need like a little bit of clarity or a little bit of like guidance as to as to, okay, look, Jose, like if you keep going down that route, that business model is not sound. Why don't you switch it to this? And then if you switch it to that, then you might be able to scale it up essentially.
The good news is you're so close to a whole nother world. You know what I mean? Like you really are. Like you said, you've done the work. You're pounding the phones. You're recording. You're documenting. You have all these pieces. Now the question is, how do you organize it to accomplish what you're really trying to do?
Yeah.
And not only that, man, you got to understand too. 8 years, you're asking different questions. You're having different realizations. Like, oh my God, I had a high-paying job. Oh wait, I'm stealing from my company by buying these assets. I'm not investing in my company. I'm investing in myself. There's no right or wrong. It's like we're learning, and you're evolving. And then now all of a sudden we got to figure out where you want to go, how you want to get there, and what's the timeline to get there too.
Yeah.
Dude, you're close.
I feel like it, dude. Yeah. Like I feel like I'm so close, and I also feel like I know I'm gonna get there. Like there's no doubt in my mind that I know I'm gonna get there, just because like I have everything from a script book. Like I've created the script book from all the scripts that we've used. I've got like the Morales Group University. I finally have an integrator, so I'm the visionary now, and I hired an integrator to help me implement systems, which is freeing up mind space. I'm getting involved in deals where we can do a BRRRR where I get all my money right back out like immediately without getting rid of all the capital in my company, and it allows me to reinvest back in the company. So I feel like that, but I just feel like maybe I don't have enough business experience or something, but there's something.
Dude, listen, how can you? You're too busy doing the work, man. It's awesome. There's not like you're right where you need to be. What you're in Ventura, where Miami?
Ventura, California. Yeah, that's north of LA, south of Santa Barbara.
Okay. Yes, I mean, dude, you're an amazing opportunity place. And the truth is, $500,000 out there is like normal living. And I'm not saying in a silly way. Like people in the Midwest don't understand. Like you make $50,000 in the Midwest, you can kind of semi be balling depending where you live. If you live in California, you make $300,000, $400,000. You're like, oh shit, I hope I can pay the bills tomorrow. So yeah. You know, it's just a different animal. But I think at the end of the day, for you, man. One, I'd love to talk to you one-on-one. I think I could help you.
I would love that, dude.
Ready. Just private message me. You know how to get a hold of me. And then I think, too, man, for what you're trying to do, we need to get clear on what – so one thing I wish I'd have learned, and I'm not trying to say – this is not a distraction. Just think about this. You're right where you need to be at the exact moment. But the thing is this the train I want to be on to get me to what I want? There's no right or wrong, because there could be a big commitment to get what you want. 10 million is a big deal in gross rev. So in that space, that's 800 something houses you said, right?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of volume. You know, do you want to be in the volume game or do you want to be in the quality game? There could be there. And again, some people love Walmart. Some people love Nordstrom. There's no right or wrong. What do you want? And I think as you evolve, you start understanding like, oh, I like, well, and you already done this before. Oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, yeah, I don't like that feeling either. Okay, I made a lot here. Wait, I didn't do that much work, but how do I do that again? And, you know, it's an evolution process. And I think 8 years deep, I remember 8 years deep, your team's being built, you're asking different questions, you're around different people, you're starting to realize you have a different worth, you have a different value in the marketplace now.
Yeah.
We need to get you on the path of, you need to have a book, podcast show, maybe one of both or both. This is not about making money for those pieces, but about using that as a leverage position to get you more eyeball. That's your marketing channels, by the way, because your space is all about celebrity world. It's a celebrity style space. You know, they hear you, they like you, they trust you, they believe you. You get the listing, dude. And when I say you, I'm not saying you doing the work. I'm saying your team. Hey, Jose's not available. How can I help you? My name's Mark. I'd love to help you out, blah, blah, blah. Like, we got to figure out how to transfer your knowledge into your people through your 500 hours that you've already done, and then do a handoff. You don't want salespeople. You want order takers.
Yeah, that would be great. And I feel like that's happening more and more.
Yeah.
And essentially, like, I don't want to say like, I'm a celebrity in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like by being the number one agent, it's becoming more and more growth.
The norm.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more like that.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. I love to be able to share with you, like, all right, look, this is what I have already. This is the podcast that I'm doing. This is the vision behind this. This is the Morales Group University that I'm doing. This is kind of the script book that I have so far. And just if I can get some guidance from you, dude, I'll pay for your time, whatever. I would appreciate that, man.
I'll help you out, whatever I can do, for real.
I really would, because I feel like I feel like I'm at that stage where it's that 10-year mark where I'm like, dude, I'm taking all the right steps. And then I'm also like, I've been smart with my money. So like, it's the only debt that I have is real estate debt. I don't have like any like car debt. I don't have like
Awesome.
The only debt that I have is real estate debt. Everything else is like no credit card debt. Everything else is paid off.
Very smart, man. Yeah, I get it. The 10-year mark is always a weird mark for us. That's why we always say you're a 10-year success story. It's like an overnight 10-year success story. There is something with a 10-year timeline, especially if you're evolving and growing and paying attention and very attentive. 10 years is like the normal number. Everyone I'm talking to and work with, like, they're going to be successful no matter what. The question is, do you want to take the short path or the long path? There's no right or wrong. What do you want to do? You and I want to take the short path. You and I are paying for mentors. We're buying time back. We want the time. So yeah, man, hit me up. I'd love to help you, and whatever I can do, I'm here.
Yeah, I'll send you a direct message via Instagram. I have you on Instagram, so I'll send you a DM on there. And then the last thing, I just saw your house tour. That's how I came across this video randomly. But I had been wanting to talk to you, essentially, because I see the message that you're trying to give people in regards to actually having a business versus just like a high paying job.
Yes.
And like it resonates with me at this stage in my life. It probably wouldn't have when I just started the hustle and bustle type of thing. And I'm glad that I went through all that, but I think I'm at that point where I'm resonating with this a lot more.
Which house tour video? You're talking in Georgia, the mansion?
The Atlanta,
that was 10 years ago, man. That was 2008.
Is that still the house that you live in right now, or is that different?
That's an old house, man. That's why the whole thing is, that whole video is like I was spending hundreds when they were small faces,
Yeah.
Like I've had the mansion, but again, back in 2008, 9, like social media doesn't exist like it does now. I've had that video forever. That was an MTV Cribs video for real. That's what that was.
Way. Yeah.
The guy that did that, he did a lot of the stuff there. The guy's actually he's very, very big now. I don't even think I could hire him because he does like corporations like Coca-Cola, Super Bowl commercials and stuff like that now. He's out of Georgia. His dad's an amazing jeweler, and this guy's awesome. But like that house is like, it was awesome, man. It was 2000. I lived there 2008 to 2010, so 10 years ago, man.
Yeah, it had a theater room and everything. I was like, oh damn.
Beacon, we got to do one here in Florida. I got a cool house here in Florida too as well. I don't really, like the thing is, that, once you can get it and got it, it doesn't really, I'm not saying this to be so like, I'm just thankful. I could be in a trailer and be just as happy, honestly, man. I just love what I get to do. I'm just happy I can wake up and get to do what I want to do,
Yeah. Congrats. You also finished the 75-day hard recently, right?
Yes, sir. You do it?
I fucked up, dude. I was on day 8, and then last night I forgot to read my 10 pages. I'm like, fuck. So I'm starting all over it again today. So I just started it, but
hey, better than day 47.
yeah. But I'm like, fuck. So I talked to my friend. They told me to put the 75-day hard as my wallpaper and as my lock when I lock my screen. That way, like in case, like I just lost track of time last night, and I freaking ended up going to bed thinking everything was good, and
it happens.
I woke up this morning and I was like, fuck.
It happens. Dude, the truth is that actually in the beginning it does happen once in a while, but where you got to be very cautious is day 50 to 75.
Really?
You're getting complacent. That's when you start feeling, I got it dialed in. I got it. I got this. This is so easy now. And then all of a sudden you get semi-foggy for a moment, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, 11:30, I got 10 pages to read now, and I got to take a picture, and I got 30 ounces of water still to drink. Like, you just get really laxed, a little too laxed, actually.
Yeah,
So,
I've been feeling great, man. From the 10 days that the 2 workouts a day, man, are freaking. It's excellent, man.
I can't stop, man. I can't stop for real. I was telling my buddy today when I was on my walk, I was like, dude, I can't stop. I wake up, I got to go. It's amazing.
And you feel better, right? Like
stupid. It's
let me ask you this: what were some of the things that you realized at the end of that? Like, what did it do for you?
Well, the biggest thing is you don't want to. Honestly, it's an emotional next step because you don't want to stop because you feel so good. That's as weird as that sounds, right? Because you're putting yourself like entrepreneurs. We have options. We can do whatever we want. It's very hard to detach and like stop. I can't stop doing the 2-day workouts and all that, but like the eating and then the drinking. This is the first time I drank, so like you gotta. It's weird. It makes you feel weird. You know, I like the structure of it because that's like I don't have a lot of structure. My structure it's different. Our structure is different, but it's very interesting, man. I think you learn what you're made of. Do you understand what we can do so much more, all of us.
Agreed.
Like you realize, like the truth is, you don't take anybody's bullshit. You call people out. You're like, dude, you're full of shit. It's cool, admit it, but let's move on about it. Like, because like when you're in 75 hard deep, like you're in the zone, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, listen, you're not even taking your own bullshit. Why would I take someone else's?
Big time.
So yeah, hit me up, man. I'm excited to help you. Let me know as well when you hit me up what size hat you wear, and obviously you wear hats, and then let me know your address, and I'll get that out to you ASAP.
Sounds good, man. All right, this is my first time using this, so I'm gonna try. It says leave studio, so I'll do that.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Nice talking to you, Jose. Look forward to talking to you.
Thank you, man. I'll send you a direct message.
Please do.
Later, boss. Bye.
Later, man. Thank you, guys. So I gotta bounce. It's my daughter's birthday, FYI. I got to jump in the pool and hang out. Maybe you'll see some Instagram videos over there at Instagram at Mark Evans DM. I'm going to do some cool things tonight with Drea Bear, and just honored. Appreciate you guys being here. Very thankful. I don't get all emotional because I'm a wimp. That's my mom's fault, by the way. But I'm an emotional guy. And get the Magician vs. Mule. Get it. Lock and loaded. I want to be sharing in the next 14 days. I'm going to do a private call with you guys, video, 2 hours, and we're going to give away over $100,000 in gifts on that too. So thank you guys very much for being here. Thank you for your support. You guys mean the world to me. Seriously, have a great day.